Welcome. Welcome to Four Sweater Vests Presents An Evening of Dinner Theater. Tonight's tale is of a farm boy turned pirate who encounters numerous obstacles, enemies, and allies in his quest to be reunited with his true love. All right, well, let's introduce our actors. Why don't you start?
I'm Jordan.
I'm Frank.
Steven.
I'm Wesley.
Katie.
Ryan.
Marcia.
And I'm Caitlin. So we've had our dinner. Now let's do some theater. Thank you.
The Princess Bride by William Goldman. Fade in. There's a kid lying in bed, coughing. He's playing a video game. Then he's hit by another spasm of coughing. He puts the controller down.
Hi, honey.
Hi, Mom.
You feeling any better?
A little bit.
Guess what?
What?
Your grandfather's here.
What? Can't you tell him I'm sick?
You are sick. That's why he's here.
He'll pinch my cheek. I hate that.
Maybe he won't.
The kid shoots her a look. The kid's grandfather comes bursting into the room. He has a wrapped package tucked under one arm. He immediately goes to the kid and pinches his cheek.
Hey, how's the sickie, huh?
The kid looks at Mother again.
I think I'll leave you two pals alone.
I brought you a special present.
What is it?
Open it up.
A book?
That's right. When I was your age, television was called books. And this is a very special book. It was the book that my father used to read to me when I was sick. And I used to read it to your father. And today, I'm going to read it to you.
Has it got any sports in
Are
it?
you kidding? Fencing, fighting, torture, revenge, giants, monsters, chases, escapes, true love, miracles?
Well, it doesn't sound too bad.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
I'll try and stay awake.
Very nice of you. Your vote of confidence is overwhelming. All right. The Princess Bride by S. Morgenstern. Chapter 1. Buttercup was raised on a small farm in the country of Florida. Her favorite pastimes were riding a horse and tormenting the farm boy that worked there. His name was Wesley, but she never called him that. Isn't that a wonderful beginning?
Yeah. It's really good.
Nothing gave Buttercup as much pleasure as ordering Wesley around.
Buttercup is holding the reins of her horse. Wesley is in the stable doorway.
Farm boy, polish my horse's saddle. I want to see my face shining in it by morning.
As you wish.
As you wish was all he ever said to her.
Farm boy, fill these with water. Please.
As you wish.
That day she was amazed to discover that when he was saying, as you wish, what he meant was, I love you. And even more amazing was the day she realized she truly loved him back.
Farm boy, fetch me that pitcher.
As you wish.
Wesley and Buttercup share a passionate kiss.
Wait, hold it. What is this? Are you trying to trick me? Where is the sports? Is this a kissing book?
Wait, just wait.
Well, when does it get good?
Keep your shirt on, let me read. Wesley had no money for marriage, so he packed his few belongings and left the farm to seek his fortunes across the sea. It was a very emotional time for Buttercup.
I don't believe this.
I fear I'll never see you again.
Of course you will.
But what if something happens to you?
Hear this now. I will come for you.
But how can you be sure?
This is true love. You think this happens every day?
He smiles at her. She smiles too. Throwing her arms so tightly around him, they kiss. As Wesley walks away, Buttercup watches him go.
Wesley didn't reach his destination. His ship was attacked by the dread pirate robbers, who never left captives alive. When Buttercup got the news that Wesley was murdered,
Murdered by pirates is good.
she went into her room and shut the door. And for days she neither slept nor ate.
I will never love again.
5 years later, the main square of Florence City was filled as never before to hear the announcement of the great Prince Humperdinck's bride-to-be.
Prince Humperdinck, a man of incredible power and bearing, stands in his royal robes on the castle balcony.
My people, a month from now, our country will have its 500th anniversary. On that sundown, I shall marry a lady who was once a commoner, like yourselves. But perhaps you will not find her common now. Would you like to meet her?
The crowd yells, "Yes!"
Yes!
My people, the Princess Buttercup!
She emerges through an archway and starts to walk amongst the people.
Buttercup's emptiness consumed her. Although the law of the land gave Humperdinck the right to choose his bride, she did not love him. Despite Humperdinck's reassurance that she would grow to love him, the only joy she found was in her daily ride.
A word, my lady. We are but poor, lost circus performers. Is there a village nearby?
There is nothing nearby, not for miles.
Then there will be no one to hear you scream.
He nods to the giant, Fezzik, who merely reaches over, touches a nerve on Buttercup's neck, and the start of a scream is all she manages. Unconsciousness comes that fast. We are now at a tiny isolated spot at the edge of the Florin Channel. A sailboat is moored. It's close to dusk. Inigo, the Spaniard, busies himself getting the boat ready. The giant Fezzik carries Buttercup, still unconscious, on board.
What is that you're ripping?
It's fabric from the uniform of an army officer of Gilda.
Who's Gilda?
Vizzini attaches the ripped fabric to Buttercup's horse.
The country across the sea, the sworn enemy of Florin. Go!
The horse takes off. The group starts for the boat.
Once the horse reaches the castle, the fabric will make the prince suspect the Gildarians have abducted his love. When he finds her dead body on the Gilder frontier, his suspicions will be totally confirmed.
You never said anything about killing anyone.
I hired you to help me start a war. That's a prestigious line of work, with a long and glorious tradition.
I just don't think it's right killing an innocent girl.
Am I going mad? Or did the word think escape your lips? You were not hired for your brains, you hippopotamic landmass.
I agree with Fezzik.
Oh, the sod has spoken. What happens to her is not truly your concern. I will kill her, and remember this. Never forget this. When I found you, you were so slobbering drunk you couldn't buy brandy. And you, friendless, brainless, helpless, hopeless. Do you want me to send you back where you were unemployed in Greenland?
Vizzini glares at him, then turns and leaves them. During this, Inigo has gone to close to Fezzik, who is very distressed at the insults he's just received. As they cast off, Inigo leans in.
That Vizzini, he can fuss.
Fuss. I think he likes to scream at us.
Probably he means no harm.
He's really very short on charm.
Oh, you've a great gift for rhyme.
Yes, some of the time.
Enough of that.
Fezzik, are those rocks up ahead?
If there are, we'll all be dead.
No more rhymes now, I mean it.
Anybody want a peanut?
Ah!
Inigo's at the helm. Fezzik stands near the princess. Vizzini is sitting across from her.
We'll reach the cliffs by dawn.
Inigo nods, glances back.
Why are you doing that?
Making sure nobody's following us.
That would be inconceivable.
Despite what you think, you will be caught. And when you are, the prince will see you all hanged.
Of all the necks on this boat, Highness, the one you should be worrying about is your own.
Inigo keeps staring behind them.
Stop doing that. We can all relax. It's almost over.
I'm sure nobody's following us.
As I told you, it would be absolutely, totally, and in all other ways, inconceivable. No one in Gilder knows what we've done, and no one in Florin could have gotten here so fast. Out of curiosity, why do you ask?
No reason. It's only I just happened to look behind us, and something is there.
What?
And suddenly, the three turn, stare back, and as they do, in the darkness behind them, it's hard to see. The moon is behind clouds now, but the wind whistles, and the waves pound, and suddenly, it's all gone ominous. Inigo, Fezzik, and Vizzini are squinting, trying desperately to see. At this moment, they are all holding their breath. Then, they see it. Another boat. With a great billowing sail. It is still a great distance behind them, but it's moving fast.
Probably some local fishermen on a pleasure cruise at night through eel-infested waters.
And now, as a splash comes from their boat, Buttercup dives into the water, starts to swim away.
Go in, get after her.
I don't swim.
I only dog paddle.
Veer left, left, left.
Buttercup is still close to the boat. We hear not too distant, high-pitched, shrieking sounds. Buttercup stops suddenly, treads water.
Do you know what sound that is, Highness? Those are the shrieking eels. If you don't believe me, just wait. They always grow louder when they think they're about to feed on human flesh.
The shrieking sounds are getting louder and more terrifying.
Swim back now, I promise. No harm will come to you. I doubt you'll get such an offer from the eels.
Buttercup sees a shrieking eel has zeroed in on her, and the eel slithers closer and closer. And now it opens its mouth wide in a loud shriek, and as its great jaws are about to clamp down...
She doesn't get eaten by the eel at this time.
What?
The eel doesn't get her. I'm explaining this to you because you look nervous.
Well, I wasn't nervous. Well, maybe a little bit concerned. But it's not the same thing.
Because we can stop now if you want.
No, you could read a little bit more if you want.
Do you know what that sound is, Highness? Those are the shrieking eels.
We're past that, Grandpa. You read it already.
Oh, my goodness, I did. I'm sorry. Beg your pardon. All right. Let's see. She was in the water. The eel was coming after her. She was frightened. The eel started to charge her, and then...
And we're back to the last moment we saw Buttercup. Frozen, the shrieking eel, jaws wide, about to clamp down as we see a giant fist pound the eel unconscious in one move, then easily lifting Buttercup.
Put her down, just put her down.
I think he's getting closer.
He's no concern of ours. Sail on. I suppose you think you're brave, don't you?
Only compared to some.
We see the boat at dawn, being followed closely by another sailboat, steered by a man in black.
Look, he's right on top of us. I wonder if he's using the same wind we are using.
Whoever he is, he's too late. See? The cliffs of insanity. Hurry up. Move the thing. The other thing. Move it. We're safe. Only Fezzik is strong enough to go up our way. He'll have to sail around for hours till he finds a harbor.
Fezzik reaches up along the cliff, grabs a jutting rock, reaches behind it. Suddenly there's a thick rope in his hand. The rope goes all the way to the top. Inigo straps a harness to Fezzik, then lifts Buttercup and Vizzini into the harness. Finally, he himself gets into the harness. All three are strapped to Fezzik as he starts to ascend the rope, carrying them all along as he goes. The man in black is sailing in toward the cliffs of insanity, watching as Fezzik rises swiftly through the first moments of dawn. The man in black leaps from his boat to the rope, starts to climb. He's impossibly far behind, but the way he goes, you think that he didn't know it, because he is flying up the rope, hand over hand like lightning.
He's climbing the rope, and he's gaining on us.
Inconceivable. Faster!
I thought I was going faster.
You were supposed to be this colossus. You were supposed to be this great legendary thing. And yet he gains.
Well, I'm carrying 3 people, and he's only got himself.
Oh, I do not accept excuses. I'm just gonna have to find myself a new giant, that's all.
Don't say that, Vizzini, please.
The man in black is still gaining on them.
Did I make it clear that your job is at stake?
They reach the top. Vizzini leaps off and takes out a knife, begins to cut the rope which is tied around a great rock, while Inigo helps the princess up. Fezzik gets to his feet and just stands around, waiting for someone to tell him something to do. There is rough terrain around them, some sort of ruins. Vizzini cuts the rope fully. It slithers across the ground and out of sight over the edge. Fezzik looks down.
He has very good arms.
We see the man in black hanging, suspended hundreds of feet in the air, holding to the jagged rocks, desperately trying to cling to life.
He didn't fall? Inconceivable!
You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means. My God! He's climbing!
Whoever he is, he's obviously seen us with the princess and must therefore die. You, carry her. We'll head straight to the Gilder frontier. Catch up when he's dead. If he falls, fine. If not, the sword.
I want to duel him left-handed.
You know what a hurry we're in.
Well, it's the only way I can be satisfied. If I use my right, over too quickly.
Oh, have it your way.
You be careful. People in masks cannot be trusted.
I'm waiting!
Fezzik grabs Buttercup, follows Bassini. They move down the path out of sight. Inigo freezes a moment, then paces, shaking his hands loose. He practices a few of his honed fencing skills. He goes back to the cliff edge.
Hello there! Slow going?
Look, I don't mean to be rude, but this is not as easy as it looks, so I'd appreciate if you wouldn't distract me.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Inigo steps away, draws his sword, loosens up with a few perfect thrusts, then resheaths and looks eagerly over the edge again.
I do not suppose you could speed things up?
If you're in such a hurry, you could lower a rope or a tree branch or find something useful to do.
I could do that. In fact, I've got some rope up here. But I do not think you will accept my help, since I am only waiting around to kill you.
That does put a damper on our relationship.
But I promise I will not kill you until you reach the top.
That's very comforting. But I'm afraid you'll just have to wait.
I hate waiting. I could give you my word as a Spaniard.
No good. I've known too many Spaniards.
You don't know any way you'll trust me.
Nothing comes to mind.
I swear on the soul of my father, Domingo Montoya, you will reach the top alive.
Throw me the rope.
Inigo dashes to the rope around the rock, unwraps some, and lowers it over the edge to the man in black. He climbs up the rope to the top. Inigo helps him up and over and sits him safely away from the cliff.
Thank you.
We'll wait until you're ready.
Again, thank you.
I do not mean to pry, but you don't by any chance happen to have 6 fingers on your right hand.
Do you always begin conversations this way?
My father was slaughtered by a 6-fingered man. He was a great sword maker, my father. And when the 6-fingered man appeared and requested a special sword, my father took the job. He slaved a year before he was done.
He hands the sword to the man in black.
I have never seen its equal.
The 6-fingered man returned and demanded it, but at 1/10 his promised price. My father refused. Without a word, the 6-fingered man slashed him through the heart. I loved my father, so naturally, I challenged his murderer to a duel. And I failed. The 6-fingered man did leave me alive, but he gave me these.
He touches his scars, one on each cheek.
How old were you?
I was 11 years old. When I was strong enough, I dedicated my life to the study of fencing. So the next time we meet, I will not fail. I will go up to the 6-fingered man and say, "Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die."
You've done nothing but study swordplay.
More pursuit than study lately. You see, I cannot find him. It's been 20 years now, and I'm starting to lose confidence. I just work for Vicini to pay the bills. There is not a whole lot of money in revenge.
Well, I certainly hope you find him someday.
You are ready then?
Whether I am or not, you've been more than fair.
You seem a decent fellow. I hate to kill you.
You seem a decent fellow. I hate to die.
Begin!
What we are starting now is one of the 2 greatest sword fights in modern movies. We have 2 men, 2 athletes, and they look to be too far away to damage each other. But each time one makes even the tiniest feint, the other counters, and there is silence. And as they start to circle, the 2 men finish teasing and begin to duel in earnest. Their swords cross, then again, and the sound comes so fast it's almost continual. Inigo presses on. The man in black retreats up a rocky incline.
You are using Bonetti's defense against me, eh?
I thought it fitting, considering the rocky terrain.
Naturally, you must expect me to attack with Capo Ferro.
Naturally. But I find Tybalt cancels out Capo Ferro, don't you?
Unless the enemy has studied his Agrappa, which I have.
The 2 men are almost flying across the rocky terrain, never losing balance, never coming close to stumbling. The battle rages with incredible finesse. First one, and then the other gaining the advantage, and by now, it's clear that these are 2 legendary swashbucklers, and they're in their prime. And then, incredibly, the action begins going even faster than before.
You are wonderful.
Thank you. I've worked hard to become so.
I admit it. You are better than I am.
Then why are you smiling?
Because I know something you do not know.
And what is that?
I am not left-handed.
And he throws the six-fingered sword into his right hand, and immediately the tide of the battle turns. The man in black is stunned, doing everything he can to keep Inigo by the cliff's edge. But no use. Slowly at first, he begins to retreat. Now faster. Inigo is in control, and the man in black is desperate.
You're amazing.
I ought to be after 20 years.
And now the man in black is smashed into a stone pillar, pinned there under the six-fingered sword.
There's something I ought to tell you.
Tell me.
I'm not left-handed either.
And now he changes hands, and at last the battle is fully joined. To Inigo's amazement, he's being forced back down the steps. The man in black seems to be in control. And before Inigo knows it, the six-fingered sword is knocked clear out of his hand. Inigo retreats, dives from the stairs to a moss-covered bar suspended over an archway. He swings out, lands, and scrambles to his sword. The man in black watches Inigo, then casually tosses his sword to the landing, where it sticks in the ground perfectly. Then the man in black copies Inigo. Not copies exactly, improves. He dives to the bar, swings completely over it like a circus performer, and dismounts with a backflip.
Who are you?
No one of consequence.
Please, I must know.
Get used to disappointment.
Okay.
Inigo is moving like lightning, and he thrusts forward, slashes, darts back, all in almost a single movement, and the man in black is dodging, blocking, and again he thrusts forward, faster than ever before, and again he slashes out, but dodged by Inigo. On it goes back and forth across the rocky terrain, Inigo's feet moving with the grace and speed of a great improvisational dancer. All of a sudden, the six-fingered sword is sent flying from Inigo's grip. He stands there helpless for only a moment, then drops to his knees, bows his head, shuts his eyes.
Kill me quickly.
I would as soon destroy stained glass windows an artist like yourself. However, since I can't have you following me either...
He hits Inigo's head with his heavy sword handle. Inigo falls forward, unconscious.
Please understand, I hold you in the highest respect.
He grabs his scabbard and takes off after the princess. Bassini sees this from a distance.
Inconceivable! Give it to me. Catch up with this quickly.
What do I do?
Finish him. Finish him your way.
Oh, good. My way. Thank you, Vizzini. Which way is my way?
Pick up one of those rocks, get behind a boulder, and in a few minutes, the man in black will come running around the bend. The minute his head is in view, hit it with the rock!
Bassini hurries away with Buttercup.
My way is not very sportsmanlike.
He grabs one of the rocks and plods behind the boulder. The man in black races up the mountain trail. Ahead is a bend in the trail. He sees it, slows. A rock flies toward him, shattering on a boulder inches in front of him.
I did that on purpose. I don't have to miss.
I believe you. So what happens now?
We face each other like God intended. Sportsmanlike. No tricks, no weapons, skill against skill alone.
You mean you'll put down your rock, and I'll put down my sword, and we'll try to kill each other like civilized people?
I could kill you now.
Frankly, I think the odds are slightly in your favor at hand fighting.
It's not my fault being the biggest and the strongest. I don't even exercise.
There is a moment's pause, and then the man in black dives at Fezzik's chest, slams him several tremendous blows on the stomach, twists his arm severely, slips skillfully into a beautifully applied bear hug, and in general makes any number of terrific wrestling moves. Fezzik just stands there. Finally, the man in black pushes himself away, stares up at the giant.
Look, are you just fiddling around with me or what?
I just want you to feel like you're doing well. I hate for people to die embarrassed.
Fezzik jumps forward and reaches for the man in black, who drops to his knees, spins loose, and slips between the giant's legs.
You're quick.
And a good thing, too.
Why do you wear a mask? Were you burned by acid or something like that?
Oh no, it's just that they're terribly comfortable. I think everyone will be wearing them in the future.
Oh.
Fezzik attacks, and the man in black slips down to avoid the charge. Man in black jumps for Fezzik's back, and in a moment, he is riding him, and his arms have Fezzik's throat. They are locked across Fezzik's windpipe. The man in black begins to squeeze. Tighter.
I just figured out why you gave me so much trouble.
Why is that, do you think?
Well, I haven't fought just one person for so long. I've been specializing in groups, battling gangs for local charities, that kind of thing.
Why should you make such a difference?
Well, you see, you use different moves than you're fighting half dozen people than when you only have to worry about one.
Fezzik crumbles and lies still. Man in Black puts his ear to Fezzik's heart. It still beats. The Man in Black stands.
I don't envy you the headache you will have when you awake. But in the meantime, rest well, and dream of large women.
Man in Black dashes off, up along the mountain path. Prince Humperdinck is at the scene of the duel atop the cliff.
There was a mighty duel. It ranged all over. They were both masters.
Who won? How did it end?
The loser ran off, alone. The winner followed those footprints toward Gilda.
Shall we track them both?
The loser is nothing. Only the princess matters. Clearly, this was all planned by warriors of Gilda. We must be ready for whatever lies ahead.
Could this be a trap?
I always think there could be a trap, which is why I'm still alive.
And they gallop off. The Man in Black runs up the mountain path towards Vicini and the princess. He comes upon them and sees a knife pointed at her throat by Vicini. The princess is blindfolded. The two men study each other.
So, it is down to you, and it is down to me. If you wish her dead, by all means, keep moving forward.
Let me explain.
There's nothing to explain. You're trying to kidnap what I've rightfully stolen.
Perhaps an arrangement can be reached.
There will be no arrangement, and you're killing her.
Vicini jabs her throat with his long knife. Buttercup grasps against the pain.
But if there can be no arrangement, then we are at an impasse.
I'm afraid so. I can't compete with you physically, and you're no match for my brains.
You're that smart.
Let me put it this way. Have you ever heard of Plato, Aristotle, Socrates?
Yes?
Morons!
Really? In that case, I challenge you to a battle of wits.
For the princess?
The Man in Black nods.
To the death?
Another nod by the Man in Black.
I accept.
Good. Then pour the wine.
As Vicini fills 2 goblets, the Man in Black pulls a small packet from his clothing, hands it to Vicini.
Inhale this, but do not touch.
I smell nothing.
What you do not smell, it's called iocane powder. It is odorless, tasteless, dissolves instantly in liquid, and is among the more deadly poisons known to man.
Man in Black takes the poison in goblets, turns his back, and a moment later he turns again, facing Vicini. The Man in Black rotates the goblets in a little shell game maneuver, then puts one glass in front of Vicini, the other in front of himself.
All right. Where is the poison? The battle of wits has begun. It ends when you decide, and we both drink, and find out who's right and who is dead.
But it's so simple. All I have to do is divine from what I know of you. Are you the sort of man who would put the poison into his own goblet, or his enemies? Now, a clever man would put the poison into his own goblet, because he would know that only a great fool would reach for what he was given. I am not a great fool, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of you. But you must have known I'm not a great fool. You would have counted on it, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of me.
You've made your decision then.
Not remotely, because iocane comes from Australia, as everyone knows, and Australia is entirely peopled by criminals. And criminals are used to having people not trust them, as you are not trusted by me. So I can clearly not choose the wine in front of you.
Truly, you have a dizzying intellect.
Wait till I get going. Where was I?
Australia.
Yes, Australia. And you must have suspected that I would have known the powder's origin, so I can clearly not choose the wine in front of me.
You're just stalling now.
You'd like to think that, wouldn't you? You beat my giant, which means you're exceptionally strong, so you could have put the poison in your own goblet, trusting on your strength to save you. So I can clearly not choose the wine in front of you. But you also bested my Spaniard, which means you must have studied. And in studying, you must have learned that man is mortal, so you would have put the poison as far from yourself as possible. So I can clearly not choose the wine in front of me.
You're trying to trick me into giving away something. It won't work.
It has worked. You've given away
Then make your choice.
I will, and I choose. What in the world can that be?
What? Where? I don't see anything.
Vizzini busily switches the goblets while the man in black has his head turned.
Well, I could have sworn I saw something. No matter.
The man in black turns to face him again. Vizzini starts to laugh.
What's so funny?
I'll tell you in a minute. First, let's drink. Me from my glass and you from yours.
They each pick up their goblets. Vizzini hesitates a moment. Then, after allowing the man in black to drink first, he swallows his wine.
You guessed wrong.
You only think I guessed wrong. That's what's so funny! I switched the glasses when your back was turned. You fool! You fell victim to one of the classic blunders. The most famous is never get involved in a land war in Asia. But only slightly less known is this. Never go in against a Sicilian when death is on the line.
Vizzini kills over, dead. The man in black goes to the princess, taking off her blindfold. She then notices Vizzini's body. The man in black pulls her to her feet.
Who are you?
I am no one to be trifled with. That is all you ever need to know.
He starts to lead her off the mountain path into untraveled terrain.
To think, all that time it was your cup that was poisoned.
They were both poisoned. I spent the last few years building up an immunity to iocane powder.
And with that, he takes off, dragging her behind him. The prince is now at the site of the fight with Fezzik, kneeling, inspecting every grain of misplaced sand. The others wait behind him.
Someone has beaten a giant. There will be a great suffering in Gilda if she dies.
He leaps onto his horse, and they charge off. The man in black is running with Buttercup, who sometimes stumbles, but he keeps forcing her along. Finally, when she is close to exhaustion, he lets go of her.
Catch your breath.
If you'll release me, whatever you ask for ransom, you'll get it, I promise.
What is that worth? The promise of a woman. You're very funny, Highness.
I was giving you a chance. Does not matter where you take me. There's no greater hunter than Prince Humperdinck. He could track a falcon on a cloudy day. He can find you.
You think your dearest love will save you?
I never said he was my dearest love. And yes, he will save me. That I know.
You admit to me you do not love your fiancé.
He knows I do not love him.
Are not capable of love is what you mean.
I have loved more deeply than a killer like yourself could ever dream.
And the man in black throws back a fist. Buttercup flinches but does not retreat.
That was a warning, Highness. The next time my hand flies on its own. Where I come from, there are penalties when a woman lies.
Back to the prince. He is kneeling by the body of Vizzini as the others ride up. The prince grabs the empty poison packet, hands it to Rugen after first sniffing it himself.
Iocane. I'd bet my life on it. And there are the princess's footprints. She is alive, or was, an hour ago. If she is otherwise when I find her, I shall be very put out.
And as he vaults onto his horse and they all charge off, Buttercup falls heavily onto a boulder as the man in black releases her. We are at the edge of a ravine.
Rest, Highness.
I know who you are. Your cruelty reveals everything. You're the dread pirate Roberts. Admit it.
With pride. What can I do for you?
You can die slowly, cut into 1,000 pieces.
Hardly complimentary, Your Highness. Why loose your venom on me?
You killed my love.
It's possible. I kill a lot of people. Who was this love of yours? Another prince like this one? Ugly, rich, and scabby?
No. A farm boy. Poor. Poor and perfect. The eyes like the sea after a storm. On the high seas, your ship attacked, and the dread pirate Roberts never takes prisoners.
I can't afford to make exceptions. Once word leaks out that a pirate has gone soft, people begin to disobey you. And then it's nothing but work, work, work all the time.
You mock my pain!
Life is pain, Highness. Anyone who says differently is selling something. I remember this farm boy of yours, I think. This would be, 5 years ago?
Buttercup nods.
Does it bother you to hear?
Nothing you can say will upset me.
He died well. That should please you. No bribe attempts or blubbering. He simply said, please, please, I need to live. It was the please that caught my memory. I asked him what was so important for him. True love, he replied. And then he spoke of a girl of surpassing beauty and faithfulness. I can only assume he meant you. You should bless me for destroying him before he found out what you really are.
And what am I?
Faithfulness he talked of, madam. Your enduring faithfulness. Now tell me truly, when you found out he was gone, did you get engaged to your prince the same hour, or did you wait a whole week out of respect for the dead?
You mocked me once, never do it again. I died that day.
The man in black turns around to look. Something catches his attention, and as he stares at it briefly, the dust cloud caused by Humperdinck's horses is rising up into the sky.
You can die too, for all I care.
She pushes him with all the strength she has. The man in black is now falling, rolling, spinning, crashing down toward the flat rock floor of the ravine.
As you wish.
Oh, my sweet Wesley, what have I done?
And without a second thought or consideration of the dangers, she starts into the ravine. A moment later, she too is falling, spinning and twisting, crashing and torn, cartwheeling down toward what is left of her beloved. Prince Humperdinck and the others then arrive at the spot atop the ravine. The prince shakes his head.
Disappeared. He must have seen us closing in, which might account for his panicking and error. Unless I'm wrong, and I'm never wrong, they are headed dead into the fire swamps.
Buttercup is bruised and torn as Wesley crawls slowly toward her.
Can you move at all?
Move? You're alive. If you want, I can fly.
I told you I would always come for you. Why didn't you wait for me?
Well, you were dead.
Death cannot stop true love. All it can do is delay it for a while.
I will never doubt again.
There will never be a need.
And now they go in for a kiss.
Oh, no, please.
What is it? What's the matter?
They're kissing again. Do we have to hear the kissing parts?
Someday you might not mind so much.
Skip on to the fire swamp.
That sounded good.
No, you're sick. I'll humor you. So now where were we? Yeah. Okay. Wesley and Buttercup raced along the ravine floor.
Ha! Your pig fiancé is too late. A few more steps and we'll be safe in the fire swamp.
We'll never survive.
Nonsense. You're only saying that because no one ever has.
Wesley and Buttercup enter the fire swamp. A creature squeals, growls.
It's not that bad. I'm not saying I'd like to build a summer home here, but the trees are actually quite lovely.
A giant spurt of flame leaps up, preceded by a slight popping sound. And this particular spurt of flame misses Wesley, but Buttercup's dress catches fire. Wesley quickly extinguished it.
Well now, that was an adventure. Singed a bit, were you?
You?
Popping sound happens again. Wesley picks Buttercup up and pulls her aside to safety as another great spurt of flame suddenly shoots up.
Well, one thing I will say, the fire swamp certainly does keep you on your toes.
They move slowly along through a particularly dangerous path in the fire swamp.
This will all soon be but a happy memory because Robert's ship Revenge is anchored at the far end. And I, as you know, am Roberts.
But how is that possible since he's been marauding 20 years and you only left me 5 years ago?
I myself am often surprised at life's little quirks.
There is again a popping sound, then a huge spurt of flame. Wesley simply picks up Buttercup as they walk along, moves her out of danger, puts her back down, goes right on talking without missing a beat.
You see, what I told you before about saying please was true. It intrigued Roberts, as did my descriptions of your beauty. Finally, Roberts decided something. He said, "All right, Wesley, I've never had a valet. You can try it for tonight. I'll most likely kill you in the morning." 3 years he said that. Good night, Wesley. Good work. Sleep well. I'll most likely kill you in the morning. It was a fine time for me. I was learning defense, to fight, anything anyone would teach me, and Roberts and I eventually became friends, and then it happened.
What? Go on.
Well, Roberts had grown so rich he wanted to retire, so he took me to his cabin and told me the secret. "I am not the dread pirate Roberts," he said. "My name is Ryan. I inherited this ship from the previous dread pirate Roberts, just as you will inherit it from me. The man I inherited it from was not the real dread pirate Roberts either. His name was Cummerbund. The real Roberts had been retired 15 years and living like a king in Patagonia." Then he explained the name was the important thing for inspiring the necessary fear. You see, no one would surrender to the dread pirate Wesley. So he sailed ashore, took on an entirely new crew, and he stayed aboard for a while as first mate, all the time calling me Roberts. Once the crew believed, he left the ship, and I have been Roberts ever since. Except, now that we're together, I shall retire and hand the name over to someone else. Is everything clear to you?
Buttercup is perplexed. She takes a step forward, but the ground gives way. Lightning sand. A cloud of powder rises, and she sinks into it, but then she is gone. Wesley slashes a vine, then dives into the sand. Now, nothing can be seen. Nothing at all. Just the lightning sand, lovely and lethal. An odd panting sound is heard, suddenly very loud, and then a giant ROUS darts into view. The ROUS, a rodent of unusual size, is probably no more than 80 pounds. It sniffs around a bit, then as quickly as it's come, it goes. Wesley, lungs long past the bursting point, explodes out of the lightning sand. He has Buttercup across his shoulders, and as he pulls to the edge of the lightning sand pit, using the vine, they hug. They are safe. Wesley spots an ROUS high above them, watching.
We'll never succeed. We may as well die here.
No. We have already succeeded.
He glances back again. Now there are two ROUSs. They have climbed into a nearby tree, staring hungrily down. Wesley picks her up, puts an arm around her, starts to walk with her, as he encouragingly goes on talking.
I mean, what are the three terrors of the fire swamp? 1, the flame spurts. No problem. There's a popping sound preceding each. We can avoid that. 2, the lightning sand. But you were clever enough to discover what that looks like, so in the future we can avoid that too.
Wesley, what about the ROUSs?
Rodents of unusual size? I don't think they exist.
And as he says that, an ROUS comes flying at him. Wesley, pinned under the attacking ROUS, trying to fend it off, can't. The thing's teeth sink deep into his arm. He howls. Wesley drives a fist into the beast's face, rolling it off. Wesley scrambles for his sword. The ROUS stampedes on, changing its target, heading right for...
Wesley!
Wesley abandons his sword, reaching for the rodent, grabbing only a tail, wrestling with it. Buttercup grabs a small branch and, using it as a club, beats the head of the thing. But the beast manages to snag her hem with its razor teeth, and she's pulled to the ground. Wesley jumps onto its back. It flips. Now Wesley is pinned again. He hears a popping sound. He rolls into the sound. With the ROUS pinned under him, as the beast bursts into flame, it lets go, and Wesley rolls safely free, grabs his sword, and exhaustedly stabs the ROUS. The ROUS collapses dead. Wesley stands motionless, exhausted. The danger has passed.
We did it.
Now, was that so terrible?
Our lovers head for the exit of the fire swamp. We will now take a 10-minute intermission.
Yes. We're going to take a 10-minute intermission, as Frank said. And if you like our performance, tip us on Venmo. Tip our performers on Venmo. Okay. Thank you. We'll be back in 10.
Buttercup and Wesley have made it safely out of the fire swamp. They come to a large clearing amongst the trees. They smile at each other and move in for a kiss when Humperdinck and his men ride up quickly.
Surrender!
You mean you wish to surrender to me? Very well, I accept.
I give you marks for bravery. Don't make yourself a fool.
Ah, but how will you capture us? We know the secrets of the fire swamp. We can live there quite happily for some time. So whenever you feel like dying, feel free to visit.
I tell you once again, surrender.
It will not happen.
For the last time, surrender!
Death first!
Will you promise not to hurt him?
What was that?
What was that?
If we surrender and I return with you, will you promise not to hurt this man?
May I live 1,000 years and never hunt again.
He is a sailor on the pirate ship Revenge. Promise to return him to his ship.
I swear it will be done. Once we're out of sight, take him back to Florn and throw him in the pit of despair.
I swear it will be done.
I thought I thought you were dead once and it almost destroyed me. I could not bear it if you died again. Not when I could save you.
Wesley is dazed, silent. Buttercup has swooped off her feet onto Humperdinck's horse, and off they go. Rugen watches as his warriors bring Wesley to him.
Come, sir. We must get you to your ship.
We are men of action. Lies do not become us.
Well spoken, sir. What is it?
You have 6 fingers on your right hand. Someone was looking for you.
Count Rugen clubs Wesley hard across the skull with his sword, knocking him out. We see the pit of despair, dank and chill, the sound of water dripping, underground and windowless, lit by flickering torches. Frightening. Wesley lies on a slab, chained and helpless, seemingly unconscious. A bloodless-looking albino silently enters the pit, carrying a tray of food and wet rags. He puts it down, starts cleaning Wesley's wounds.
Where am I?
The pit of despair. Don't even think.
Don't even think about trying to escape. The chains are far too thick, and dream of being rescued either. The only way is a secret, and only the prince, the count, and I know how to get in and out.
Then I'm just here till I die.
Till they kill you. Yeah.
Then why bother curing me?
The prince and the count always insist on everyone being healthy before they're broken.
So it's to be torture.
The albino nods his head, yes.
I can cope with torture.
The albino shakes his head, no.
You don't believe me.
You survived the fire swamp. You must be very brave. But nobody withstands the machine.
We see a sad Buttercup as she wanders down a corridor in Florn Castle. She walks past Humperdinck.
She's been like that ever since the fire swamp. It's my father's failing health that's upsetting her.
Of course.
The king died that very night. And before the following dawn, Buttercup and Humperdinck were married. And at noon, she met her subjects again, this time as their queen.
My father's final words were...
Hold it, Grandpa. You read that wrong. I mean, she doesn't marry Humperdinck. She marries Wesley. I'm just sure of it. I mean, after all that Wesley's done for her, if she doesn't marry him, it wouldn't be fair.
Well, who says life is fair? Where's that written? Life isn't always fair.
I'm telling you, you're reading it wrong. Now get it right.
Do you want me to go on with this?
Yes.
All right then, no more interruptions. At noon, she met her subjects again, this time as their queen.
My father's final words were, love her as I loved her, and there will be joy. I present to you your queen, Queen Buttercup.
We see Buttercup emerge and walk towards the large crowd. The crowd cheers.
Boo! Boo! Boo!
Why do you do this?
Because you had love in your hands and you gave it up.
But they would have killed Wesley if I hadn't done it.
You had true love. Your true love lives, and you marry another. True love saved her in the fire swamp, and she treated it like garbage. That's what she is, the queen of refuse. So bow down to her if you want. Bow to her. Bow to the queen of slime, the queen of filth, the queen of putrescence. Boo! Boo! Rubbish! Filth! Slime! Boo! Boo! Boo!
It was 10 days till the wedding. The king still lived, but Buttercup's nightmares were growing steadily worse.
See, didn't I tell you? She'd never marry that rotten Humperdinck.
Yes, you're very smart. Shut up.
Buttercup bursts into the prince's chambers. Count Reuben stands nearby.
It comes to this. I love Wesley. I always have. I know now I always will. If you tell me I must marry you in 10 days, please believe I will be dead by morning.
I could never cause you grief. Consider our wedding off. You return this Wesley to his ship?
Yes.
Then we will simply alert him. Beloved, are you certain he still wants you? After all, it was you who did the leaving in the fire swamp. Not to mention that pirates are not known to be men of their words.
My Wesley will always come for me.
I suggest a deal. You write 4 copies of a letter. I'll send my 4 fastest ships, one in each direction. The Dread Pirate Roberts is always close to Florin this time of year. We'll run up the white flag and deliver your messages. If Wesley wants you, bless you both. If not, please consider me as an alternative to suicide. Are we agreed?
She nods. Humperdinck and Reuben are in the forest, walking into a grove of trees.
Your princess is really a winning creature. A little simple, perhaps, but her appeal is undeniable.
Oh, I know. The people are quite taken with her. It's odd, but when I hired Vicini to have her murdered on our engagement day, I thought that was clever. But it's going to be so much more moving when I strangle her on our wedding night. Once Gilder is blamed, the nation will be truly outraged. They'll demand to go to war.
Now, where is that secret knot? It's impossible to find. Are you coming down into the pit? Wesley's got his strength back. I am starting him on the machine tonight.
Tyrone, you know how much I love watching you work. But I've got my country's 500th anniversary to plan, my wedding to arrange, my wife to murder, and Gilder to frame for it. I'm swamped.
Get some rest. If you haven't got your health, you haven't got anything.
Reuben smiles and hurries down to the pit. Wesley is hooked up to a huge machine. Levers and wheels and wires, you name it, it's there.
Beautiful, isn't it?
The albino starts attaching suction cups to Wesley.
It took me half a lifetime to invent it. I'm sure you've discovered my deep and abiding interest in pain. At present, I'm writing the definitive work on the subject. So I want you to be totally honest with me on how the machine makes you feel. This being our first try, I'll use the lowest setting.
And he turns the dial to 1. This opens the floodgate. Water pours down the chute, turning the wheel, which in turn really gets the machine going. A terrible sound comes from Wesley, incessant gasping and grunting. It keeps coming as finally Count Reuben switches off the machine, picks up a large notebook and pen, sits in a chair. Reuben opens the book to a blank page.
As you know, the concept of the suction pump is centuries old. Well, really, that's all this is, except instead of sucking water, I'm sucking life. I've just sucked 1 year of your life away. I might one day go as high as 5, but I really don't know what that would do. So let's just start with what we have. What did this do to you? Tell me. And remember, this is for posterity, so be honest. How do you feel?
Wesley starts to cry.
Interesting.
Humperdinck in his quarters. Piles of papers are strewn all over. Yellen, a pale, shifty, quick-eyed man, appears in the doorway.
Yellen,
Sire,
as chief enforcer of all Florin, I trust you with this secret. Killers from Gilda are infiltrating the thieves' forest and plan to murder my bride on our wedding night.
my spy network has no such news.
Buttercup enters.
Any word from Wesley?
Too soon, my angel. Patience.
He will come for me.
Of course.
As she glides out,
She will not be murdered. On the day of the wedding, I want the thieves' forest emptied and every inhabitant arrested.
Many of the thieves will resist. My regular enforcers will be inadequate.
Form a brute squad then. I want the thieves' forest emptied before I wed.
Won't be easy, sire.
Try ruling the world sometime.
The day of the wedding arrived. The brute squad had their hands full carrying out Humperdinck's orders.
Is everybody out?
Almost. There's a Spaniard giving us some trouble.
Well, you give him some trouble. Move!
we see Inigo, drunk as a skunk, sprawled in front of a hovel, a bottle of brandy in one hand, a six-fingered sword in the other. He looks dreadful, unshaven, puffy-eyed, gaunt. But the way he brandishes the great sword in front of him would give anyone cause for worry.
I'm waiting for you, Vicini. You told me to go back to the beginning. So I have. This is where I am. And this is where I'll stay. I will not be moved.
Ho there!
I do not budge. Keep your hold there.
But the prince gave orders.
He waves his sword dangerously.
So did Vicini. When a job went wrong, you went back to the beginning. And this is where we got the job. So it's the beginning. And I am staying till Vicini comes.
You, brute! Come here!
I am waiting for Vicini.
You surely are meanie.
Inigo feels a hand on his back, a huge hand.
Hello.
It's you.
True.
And as the assistant brute charges at Inigo, Fezzik hits him with a stupendous punch.
You don't look so good. You don't smell so good either.
Perhaps not. I feel fine.
Yeah?
And so Fezzik puts Inigo down. Inigo faints immediately.
Fezzik and Inigo were reunited, and as Fezzik nursed his inebriated friend back to health, he told Inigo of Azimi's death and the existence of Count Rugen, the six-fingered man. Considering Inigo's lifelong search, he handled the news surprisingly well. Fezzik took great care in reviving Inigo.
Fezzik is submerging Inigo's head in 2 tubs of water repeatedly to revive him.
That's enough! That's enough! Where is this Rugen so I may kill him?
He's with the prince in the castle. But the castle gate is guarded by 30 men.
How many could you handle?
I don't think more than 10.
Leaving 20 for me. At my best, I could never defeat that many. I need Vicini to plan. I have no gift for strategy.
But Vicini's dead.
No, not Vicini. I need the man in black.
What?
Look, he bested you with strength, your greatness. He bested me with steel. He must have outthought Vicini. And a man who can do that can plan my castle's onslaught any day. Let's go.
Where?
To find the man in black, obviously.
But you don't know where he is.
Don't bother me with trifles. After 20 years, at last my father and soul will be at peace. There will be blood tonight.
We are in Prince Humperdinck's chambers. Yellen enters.
Rise and report.
The thieves' forest is emptied. 30 men guard the castle gate.
Double it. My princess must be safe.
The gate has but one key, and I carry that.
Buttercup enters.
Ah, my Dulcet darling, tonight we marry. Tomorrow morning your men will escort us to Florin Channel while every ship in my armada waits to accompany us on our honeymoon.
Every ship but your 4 fastest, you mean?
The prince looks at her blankly for a moment.
Every ship but the 4 you sent.
Yes. Yes, of course. Naturally not those 4.
Your Majesties.
Yellen exits.
You never sent the ships. Don't bother lying. It doesn't matter. Wesley will come for me anyway.
You're a silly girl.
Yes, I am a silly girl, for not having seen sooner that you were nothing but a coward with a heart full of fear.
I would not say such things if I were you.
Why not? You can't hurt me. Wesley and I are joined by the bonds of love, and you cannot track that, not with 1,000 bloodhounds. And you cannot break it, not with 1,000 swords. And when I say you are a coward, that is only because you are the slimiest weakling ever to crawl the earth.
Humperdinck grabs her, starts to drag her down the hallway to her room.
I would not say such things if I were you!
Prince Humperdinck bursts into the pit of despair. Count Rugen is still writing notes in his book.
You truly love each other, and so you might have been truly happy. Not one couple in a century has that chance, no matter what the storybooks say. And so I don't think no man in a century will suffer as greatly as you will.
And with that, he turns on the machine, grabs the lever and...
Not to 50.
There has never been such pain. The pain grows and grows. Wesley's terrible screams are heard outside the pit of despair, and throughout the entire kingdom. We see a crowded marketplace.
Fezzik, do you hear? That is the sound of ultimate suffering. My heart made that sound when Rugen slaughtered my father. The man in black makes it now.
The man in black?
His true love is marrying another tonight. So who else has cause for ultimate suffering? Excuse me, pardon me, it's important. Fezzik, please.
Everybody move!
And the crowd begins to fall away, and he and Inigo start to track the fading, desperate sound.
Thank you.
In the forest, we see the albino appear, wheeling a barrow. Inigo's sword pushes at his chest.
Where is the man in black?
The albino shakes his head, says nothing.
You get that from this grove, yes?
Silence.
Fezzik, jog his memory.
And Fezzik crushes the albino on the top of his head as if he had a hammer and was driving in a nail. The albino drops without a sound.
I'm sorry, Inigo. I didn't mean to jog him so hard. Inigo?
Inigo kneels, the sword held tightly between his hands, eyes closed. He faces the grove of trees.
Father, I have failed you for 20 years. Now our misery can end. Somewhere close by is a man who can help us. I cannot find him alone. I need you. I need you to guide my sword. Please, guide my sword.
Inigo, eyes shut tight, walks forward, the great sword held in his hands. He moves to the secret knot, hesitates, then moves past it. Then Inigo stops. For a long moment he stands frozen. Suddenly he turns, eyes still closed, and the sword strikes home, dead center, into the knot. And nothing. He has failed. In utter despair, he collapses against the secret knot in the tree. Bark slides away, revealing the staircase. Fezzik and Inigo look at each other, then start down. They come upon Wesley, still attached to the machine.
He's dead.
It is just not fair.
Grandpa, wait. Wait. What did Fezzik mean he's dead? I mean, he didn't really mean dead.
The grandfather
Wesley's only faking, right?
You want me to read this or not?
Who gets Humperdinck?
I don't understand.
I mean, who kills Prince Humperdinck at the end? I mean, somebody's got to do it. Is it Inigo? Who?
Nobody. Nobody kills him. He lives.
You mean he wins? Jesus, Grandpa! What did you read me this thing for?
You know, you've been very sick and you're taking the story very seriously. I think we better stop now.
He closes the book and starts to get up.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Sit down, all right?
Okay, all right. Now let's see. Where were we? Oh, yes. In the pit of despair.
Well, we Montoyas have never taken defeat easily. Come along, Fezzik. Bring the body.
The body?
Have you any money?
I have a little.
I just hope it's enough to buy a miracle, that's all.
They take Wesley's body to a hovel in the forest. They knock.
Go away!
Inigo pounds again.
What?
Are you the miracle Max who worked for the king all those years?
The king's stinking son fired me. And thank you very much for bringing up such a painful subject. While you're at it, why don't you give me a nice paper cut and put lemon juice on it? We're closed.
He shuts the window. He shuts the window. They rap on the door.
Beat it, or I'll call the brute squad.
I'm on the brute squad.
You are the brute squad.
We need a miracle. It's very important.
Look, I'm retired. And besides, why do you want someone the king's stinking son fired? I might kill whoever you wanted me to miracle.
He's already dead.
He is, huh? I'll take a look. Bring him in.
He unlocks the door and lets them in. They let Wesley down across a bench by the fireplace. Max picks Wesley's arm up and lets it drop limp.
I've seen worse.
He studies Wesley a moment, checking here, checking there.
Sir. Sir.
Ah.
We're really in a terrible rush.
Don't rush me, Sonny. You rush a miracle man, you get rotten miracles. You got money?
65.
Yee-hoo! I never worked for so little. Except once, and that was a very noble cause.
Oh, but this is noble, sir. His wife is crippled. His children are on the brink of starvation.
You a rotten liar.
I need him to help avenge my father, murdered these 20 years.
Your first story was better. Where's that bellows crammed? He probably owes you money, huh? Well, I'll ask him.
He goes to get a huge bellows.
He's dead. He can't talk.
Look who knows so much. Well, it just so happens that your friend here is only mostly dead. There's a big difference between mostly dead and all dead. Please open his mouth.
Inigo does. Max inserts the bellows in Wesley's mouth and starts to pump.
Now, mostly dead is still slightly alive. Now, all dead? Well, with all dead, there's only one thing you can do.
What is that?
He stops pumping.
Go through his clothes and look for loose change. Hello? Hey! Hello in there! Hey! What's so important? What you got here that's worth living for?
And he presses lightly on Wesley's chest.
True love, you heard him. You cannot ask for a more noble cause than that.
Sonny, true love is the greatest thing in the world. Oh, except for a nice MLT. A mutton, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. But the mutton is nice and lean and the tomato is right. That's so perky. I love it. But it's not what he said. He distinctly said to blave. And as we all know, to blave means to bluff. So you were probably playing cards and he cheated.
Liar! Liar!
Oh.
Liar!
Valerie, an ancient fury, storms out of a back room.
Yeah, get back, witch!
I am not a witch, I'm your wife. But after what you just said, I'm not even sure I want to be that anymore.
Oh, you never had it so good.
True love, he said. True love, Max, my God.
Don't say another word, Valerie.
He's afraid. Ever since Prince Humperdinck fired him, his confidence is shattered.
Why'd you say that name? You promised me you would never say that name.
What? Humperdinck?
Oh.
Humperdinck? Humperdinck? Ooh, Humperdinck!
I'm listening.
Life is expiring and you don't have the decency to say why you won't help.
Nobody's hearing nothing.
Humperdinck, Humperdinck, Humperdinck.
But this is Buttercup's true love. If you heal him, he will stop Humperdinck's wedding.
Shut up. Wait, what? And they can better Humperdinck suffers?
Humiliations galore.
Now that is a noble cause. Give me the 65, I'm on the job.
Max and Valerie, now exhausted, are covering a large pill-like lump with what looks like chocolate. Inigo and Fezzik stare at it.
That's a miracle pill?
Max nods.
The chocolate coating makes it go down easier. But you have to wait 15 minutes for full potency. And you shouldn't go swimming for what do you think? At least
an hour.
Yeah, an hour.
A good hour, yeah.
Inigo accepts the pill as Fezzik takes Wesley, who is stiff as a board now.
Thank you for everything.
Okay.
And bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
You think it'll work?
It would take a miracle.
Bye.
Fezzik, Inigo, and Wesley, still limp, have made it to the top of an outer wall of the castle. They look over and see at least 60 brutes guarding the front gate.
Inigo, there's more than 30.
What's the difference? We've got him. Help me here. We have to force feed him.
Has it been 15 minutes?
We can't wait. The wedding's in half an hour, and we must strike the castle in a hustle and the bustle beforehand. Tilt his head back open. Tilt his head back. Open his mouth.
How long do you think we have to wait before we know if the miracle works?
Your guess is as good as mine.
I'll beat you both apart. I'll take you both together.
Guess not very long.
How can my arms move?
You've been mostly dead all day.
We had Miracle Max make you a pill to bring you back.
Who are you? Are we enemies? Why am I on this wall? Where's Buttercup?
Let me explain. No, there is too much. Let me sum up. Buttercup is marrying Humperdinck in a little less than half an hour, so all we have to do to get in is break up the wedding, steal the princess, make our escape after I kill Count Rugen.
That doesn't leave much time for dilly-dallying.
You've just wiggled your finger. That's wonderful.
I've always been a quick healer. What are our liabilities?
There is but one working castle gate,
Fezzik helps Inigo raise Wesley just high enough so he can see for himself.
and it is guarded by 60 men.
And our assets?
Your brains, physical strength, my steel.
That's it? Impossible. If I had a month to plan, maybe I could come up with something. But this?
He shakes his head from side to side.
You just shook your head. That doesn't make you happy?
My brains, his steel, his strength against 60 men, and you think a little head jiggle is supposed to make me happy? I mean, if we only had a wheelbarrow, that would be something.
Where did we put that wheelbarrow the albino had?
Over the albino, I think.
Well, why didn't we just list that among our assets in the first place? What would I wouldn't give for a Holocaust cloak?
There we cannot help you.
We list you?
Where did you get that?
At Miracle Max. It fits so nice, he said I could keep it.
All right. Come on, help me out. Now, I'll need a sword eventually.
Why? You can't even lift one.
True, but that's hardly common knowledge, is it? Thank you. There may be problems once we're inside.
I'll say, how do I find the Count? Once I do, how do I find you again? Once I find you again, how do we escape?
Don't pester him. He's had a hard day.
Right. Sorry.
Inigo,
What?
I hope we win.
Buttercup is in her room, getting ready for her wedding.
You don't seem excited, my little muffin.
Should I be?
Brides often are, I'm told.
I do not marry tonight. My Wesley will save me.
Wesley and Inigo and Fezzik are sneaking towards the castle gate, looking out at the enemy. This is it. Inigo and Fezzik shake hands. Wesley can't even do that. But after a bit of rocking back and forth, he manages to get enough momentum to catapult his arm over and onto his friends. We see the chapel. We see the most intelligent-looking, most impressive-appearing clergyman imaginable. Buttercup and Humperdinck kneel before the clergyman. Behind them sit the mumbling of the old king and queen. Standing near is Count Rugen.
Marriage. Marriage is what brings us together today. Marriage, the blessed, the ways man, that dream within a dream.
And now, from outside the castle, there begins to become a commotion. And then,
Stand your ground, men, stand your ground.
we see the brute squad, looking terrified, guarding the gates.
Stand your ground.
What we see is a bit unnerving. A giant seems to be floating toward them out of the darkness, in a strange cloak, and with a voice that would crumble walls.
I am the dread pirate Robert. There will be no survivors.
Fezzik seems to be floating because he's standing in the wheelbarrow, as Inigo, hidden behind him, is pushing it and also supporting Wesley.
No!
Not yet.
My men are here, and I am here. But soon you will not be here.
No!
Light him.
The brutes are clearly terrified as the giant bursts suddenly, happily, into flames.
The dread pirate Robert takes no survivors. All your worst nightmares are about to come true.
Back at the chapel, where the impressive clergyman plows on.
When was true love will follow forever.
Prince Humperdinck turning quickly, giving a sharp nod to Count Rugen, who immediately takes off out of the chapel with the 4 guards as well.
The dread pirate Roberts is Here for your souls!
The brutes just scream and take off in wild panic, leaving Yellen alone.
Stay where you are. I said stay where you are.
So 12
Skip to the end.
have you your wing?
As Humperdinck whips out the ring, the screams are very loud outside.
Here comes my Wesley now.
Fezzik pulls off the cloak.
Fezzik, the portcullis.
Fezzik rushes forward, grabbing the portcullis, which is indeed closing quickly. He swings the tonnage back upward. Yellen just watches in fear. Back in the chapel, Humperdinck shoves the ring on Buttercup's finger.
Your Wesley is dead. I killed him myself.
Then why is there fear behind your eyes?
Yellen is now pressed against the main gate. Wesley and Ego and Fezzik close in.
Give us the gate key.
I have no gate key.
Fezzik, tear his arms off.
Oh, you mean this gate key?
And you, Princess Bride.
Man and wife, say man and wife. Escort the bride to the honeymoon suite. I'll be there shortly.
As he dashes off, Buttercup is just standing there, dazed.
He didn't come.
Count Rugen and his 4 warriors are racing through the castle, and as they reach a complex intersection of several corridors, Rugen stops, incredulous. They come upon Wesley, Inigo, and Fezzik. Wesley is dragging Yellen's sword. He simply hasn't the strength to raise it.
Kill the Dark One and the Giant, but leave the third for questioning.
As his warriors attack, Inigo goes wild. The 6-fingered sword has never flashed faster, and the 4th warrior is dead before the first one has even hit the floor. There is a pause. Then,
Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
for a moment, Count Rugen just stands there, sword in hand. Then he does the most unexpected thing. He turns and runs the hell away. Inigo is momentarily surprised, then takes off after him, leaving Fezzik holding Wesley. Rugen runs through a half-open heavy wooden door, shutting it and locking it just as Inigo throws himself against it. He tries again. Nothing.
Fezzik! I need you!
Fezzik is still holding Wesley, still unable to walk under his own power. He calls back.
I can't leave him alone.
He's getting away from me, Fezzik! Please, Fezzik!
Fezzik props Wesley up on a suit of armor in the hallway.
I'll be right back.
Fezzik approaches Inigo, gestures for him to stop, and with one mighty swipe of his mighty hands, the door crumbles.
Thank you.
And Inigo flies through as Fezzik heads back to Wesley. Buttercup is walking with the king and queen. The queen, more sprightly, is several paces ahead.
Strange wedding.
Yes, a very strange wedding. Come along.
Buttercup gently stops the king and places a kiss on his forehead. He's very surprised and pleased.
What was that for?
Because you've always been so kind to me, and I won't be seeing you again since I'm killing myself once we reach the honeymoon suite.
Won't that be nice? She kissed me.
Count Rugen is still running, dashing through corridors, and as he glances back, Inigo is right behind him, coming up on him fast. And Fezzik is back at the large suit of armor, staring at all the choices of hallways, trying to piece together the puzzle of the missing Wesley. Count Rugen is flashing out of one room, down a staircase, picking up his pace. He pulls out a deadly-looking dagger and sprints on, and Inigo is closing the gap. Closer, closer, and he's down the stairs and heading into the dining hall, and Count Rugen throws the dagger. It hits Inigo right in the stomach, and he hurtles back helplessly against the wall of the room, his eyes glazed, blood coming from his wound.
Sorry, Father. I tried.
Count Rugen stares at Inigo's face, and then touches his own cheeks as memory comes.
You must be that little Spanish brat I taught a lesson to all those years ago. It's simply incredible. Have you been chasing me your whole life only to fail now? I think that's the worst thing I've ever heard. How marvelous.
Inigo sinks. Buttercup has reached the honeymoon suite. She sits at a table, opens a jeweled box, and takes out a very deadly-looking dagger. She seems very much at peace as she touches the knife to her bosom.
There's a shortage of perfect breasts in the world. It would be a pity to damage yours.
And Buttercup turns as we see Wesley in bed, sword in hand. Buttercup leaps up and runs to him.
Oh, Wesley, darling!
She jumps on him, covering him with kisses. Wesley is helpless.
Wesley, why would you hold me?
Gently.
At a time like this, that's all you think to say? Gently?
Gently!
and she lets go, thumping his head against the headboard. Count Rugen is looking very much surprised as Inigo tries to stand up.
Good heavens. Are you still trying to win?
Inigo struggles feebly, pulls the dagger from his stomach. He holds the wound with his left hand.
You've got an overdeveloped sense of vengeance. It's going to get you into trouble someday.
Inigo watches the Count approach, and the Count flicks his sword at Inigo's heart, and there's not much Inigo can do. Just vaguely parry the thrust, and Count Rugen's blade sinks deeply into Inigo's left shoulder. Inigo doesn't seem to feel it. His other agonies are so much worse. The Count goes in for the heart again, and again Inigo manages to parry the thrust, as this time the Rugen's sword runs through his right arm. Again, Inigo doesn't seem to mind, doesn't even feel it. Count Rugen takes a few steps back just for a moment. Before the Count is about to strike again, Inigo manages a little flick of his own, and Rugen hadn't expected it, and he jumps back. Inigo stands straight up.
Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Inigo falls onto a table, gets back up. Count Rugen suddenly goes into a fierce attack, striking with great power and precision. He drives Inigo easily into the wall. As the Count steps back a moment, Inigo pushes off the wall slowly.
Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
The Count attacks again, but none of his blows get through, and slowly, Inigo again moves forward.
Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Stop saying that.
Inigo drives with the Count's left shoulder now, thrusts home where the Count had gotten him. Then another move, and his blade enters the Count's right shoulder, the same spot Inigo was wounded.
Hello! My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
No.
Offer me money.
And now the six-fingered sword strikes, and there is a slash, bleeding along one of Rugen's cheeks.
Yes.
Power to. Promise me that.
The great sword flashes again, and now there's a parallel slash bleeding on Rugen's other cheek.
All that I have and more. Please.
Offer me everything I ask for.
Anything you want.
I want my father back, you son of a bitch.
And on that, Inigo drives a six-fingered sword through Count Rugen's gut. Inigo withdraws the sword and stares at Rugen, who falls to the floor. And now Inigo does something we have never seen him do before. He smiles. Back inside the honeymoon suite, Wesley lies as before. Not a muscle has moved. His head is still on the headboard, Yellen's sword at his side.
Oh, Wesley, will you ever forgive me?
What hideous sin have you committed lately?
I got married. I didn't want to. It all happened so fast.
It never happened.
What?
It never happened.
But it did. I was there. This old man said man and wife.
Did you say I do?
Well, no, we sort of skipped that part.
Then you're not married. You hadn't. If you didn't say it, you didn't do it. Wouldn't you agree, Your Highness?
Humperdinck is in the doorway.
A technicality that will shortly be remedied. But first things first. To the death.
Humperdinck draws his sword.
No. To the pain.
I don't think I'm quite familiar with that phrase.
I'll explain. And I'll use small words so that you'll be sure to understand. Warthog-faced buffoon.
That may be the first time in my life a man has dared insult me.
It won't be the last. To the pain means the first thing you lose will be your feet, below the ankles, then your hands at the wrists, next your nose.
And then my tongue, I suppose. I killed you too quickly the last time, a mistake I don't mean to duplicate tonight.
I wasn't finished. The next thing you'll lose will be your left eye, followed by your right.
And then my ears, I understand. Let's get on with it.
Wrong! Your ears you keep, and I'll tell you why. So that every shriek of every child at seeing your hideousness will be yours to cherish. Every babe that weeps at your approach, every woman who cries out, "Dear God, what is that thing?" will echo in your perfect ears. That is what to the pain means. It means I leave you in anguish, wallowing in your freakish misery forever.
Humperdinck is doing his best to hide the fear that keeps building inside him.
I think you're bluffing.
It's possible, pig. I might be bluffing. It's conceivable, you miserable vomitous mass, that I'm only lying here because I lack the strength to stand. Then again, perhaps I have the strength after all.
And now, slowly, Wesley begins to move. His body turns. His feet go to the floor. He starts to stand. Humperdinck is staring, eyes wide. Wesley is now standing, sword in fighting position.
Drop your sword.
Prince Humperdinck is so panicked he doesn't know whether to pee or wind his watch. He throws his sword to the floor.
Have a seat. Tie him up. Make it as tight as you like.
And as she sets to work, Inigo enters, looking around.
Where is Fezzik?
I thought it was with you.
No.
In that case,
His balance betrays him.
Help him.
what is
Well, why does Wesley need helping?
Because he has no strength. I knew it! I knew you were bluffing! I knew he was bluffing.
Inigo's sword is so close to Humperdinck's face now.
Shall I dispatch of him for you?
Thank you, but no. Whatever happens to us, I want him to live a long life alone with his cowardice.
Inigo! Inigo, where are you?
They look at each other, then move to the balcony, and they see Fezzik leading 4 great white horses. He glances up, sees them on the balcony.
Ah, there you are. I saw the prince's stables, and then there they were, 4 white horses. And I thought, there are 4 of us. If we ever find the lady. Oh, hello, lady. So I took them with me in case we ever bumped into each other again. Huh, I guess we just did.
Fezzik, you did something right.
Don't worry, I won't let it go to my head.
Buttercup jumps from the balcony so Fezzik can catch her.
You know, it's very strange. I've been in the revenge business so long. Now it's over. I don't know what to do with the rest of my life.
Have you ever considered piracy? You'd make a wonderful Dread Pirate Roberts.
We see 4 figures on 4 white horses, riding off across the landscape.
They rode to freedom, and as dawn arose, Wesley and Buttercup knew they were safe. A wave of love swept over them, and as they reached for each other,
What? What?
it's kissing again. You don't want to hear it.
I don't mind so much.
Okay? Since the invention of the kiss, there have been 5 kisses that were rated the most passionate, the most pure. This one left them all behind. The end. Now I think you ought to go to sleep.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So long.
Grandpa, maybe you could come over and read it again to me tomorrow?
As you wish.
Fade out. The end.
Yay! Oh, thank you to everyone, performers especially, and to anyone watching. Our next evening of dinner theater is going to be in November, and we will be reading Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
It's showtime!
So we'll send out the sign up at the beginning of the month, and then the performance will be before Thanksgiving. But yeah, thank you all so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.